Dark Roll is a free-to-play PC video game on the Steam platform. And you might be saying, oh, Jacob, I've never heard of this game. You'd be well within your right. But however, it is by far one of the most conceptually strange video games I've ever played. Before you watch this video, I highly recommend that you go download this game on Steam and play it for yourself. It is free, and I highly recommend you play it before you watch this review to avoid spoilers. I know, what are you gonna spoil about this ball game, Jacob? Well, let me tell you. Dark Roll is a free single-player game in which the player goes through a series of uniquely designed levels. Your agility will be tested along with your logic. The further you get, the more you'll be surprised with what the game has to offer. They did not lie. The control scheme for Dark Roll is based on a tutorial in the Unity game engine, which in itself is a questionable decision. It doesn't feel very good. The ball is very floaty. There's about an hour's worth of content. It took me 3 hours to beat. This game progresses so strangely. It starts off like any other ball-based puzzle platformer on the market in the void. Each level you collect 10 gems. The first 10 levels are relatively easy, just basic platforming, and something you will learn as you play through the first couple levels is that depth perception in this game does not exist.
Thanks, Dark Roll. Oh.
Yes, it is a fully 3D platformer. You know what's important in a fully 3D platformer? Do you know what's really, really important for a fully 3D platformer? Shadows. In a typical 3D platformer, the light source would be fixed so that the shadow of the whatever you're controlling can be used to gather your bearings as to depth perception. In this game, however, the player is the light source. So whenever the ball moves, the shadows kind of distort and bend around it. So not only is the ball floaty and slow to accelerate, it also is the light source for the whole game, which is a lovely combo, especially since after the first 10 levels, the game spikes wildly in difficulty. So let me paint a picture for you. The first 10 levels are in this black void. There's nothing. You are the ball. It's just flat rock land that you might fall off of occasionally. It's not that hard.
This is a baby game for babies.
Until you get to level 11, when the difficulty spikes wildly and you're in an industrial factory complex.
Well, speaking of tone shift.
Why? Who the hell knows? Not only are you in a completely different location, the gemstones are now placed in these precarious, floaty locations where you're very liable to fall off.
I'm going to kill.
It's almost a completely different game from the first 10 levels. And the next 5 levels are the same. They're just absurdly difficult compared to the first 10.
Okay, don't f up. Don't f up.
And they're all in this weird, unexplained factory complex. And then you get to level 15, which is the first level where you don't have to collect 10 gems to pass. Instead, you, a ball, must fight Bob.
Incinerator to... What?
Bob the Scavenger. Who is Bob the Scavenger? Brilliant question. I have no idea. You just kind of get thrown into the mix with him. To defeat Bob, you have to either run into him a lot or press these 4 buttons and then lure him to the center where there is then a fire blast. This is also extremely difficult. Let me explain Bob's attack patterns to you. He'll run at you. When he gets near you, he'll do some like sick judo moves with his concrete.
He's doing spin moves and stuff. What is this? I'm a ball.
Sometimes he'll lunge at you.
Oh my god, are you serious?
In addition to him being weirdly powerful, it's also really, really hard for you to get him in the middle of the place. You, the ball, must lure Bob the Scavenger to the center of the ring, get out of the way in time for the in time for the fire to damage Bob the Scavenger, and on top of all that, this is how much damage it does. So you have to do it like 5 times. I don't understand. The last 5 levels are a completely different setting. There's a zombie level.
There's so many.
There's a Simon Says level.
Okay, this is easy. Oh my god.
There's also a level, a fun little level, that takes away your ability to jump. Why? You have to jump. You're the ball. You're a ball. And then the last level. What would you guess? The boss of the ball game is. Let me give you a multiple choice question here. Welcome to Dark Roll, the game show. Is the final boss of Dark Roll the ball platformer A, a bigger ball, B, a zombified Bob the Scavenger, or C, the green M&M? I'll give you some time to guess. It's none of those. It's the devil.
Ready, go cross the blood!
It's Xander, the Lich King. How did you get here? Why are you ball fighting Xander the Lich King? Why would you name the Lich King something like Xander? Name him like Cthulhu or something remotely intimidating. His attacks consist of slowing you down, removing your ability to jump, shooting lightning at you in various different ways. Your only attack to him is just to run into him a lot. I have so many questions for the developer. You know, who are your major inspirations? What do you enjoy about the field of game designing? Why did you do this to me? And a huge thanks to you for playing this game.
Gay ball!
And so my ultimate review is a 9 out of 10. Excellent world building.
Do you believe in God?